Welcome Whisky Aficionados, I'm Trevor and this is review number 46. Tonight we're going to look at Grant's Family Reserve. It's bottled at 40%. It's a no age statement whiskey and it's an absolute massive seller worldwide. Everybody pretty much knows the Grant's brand if you're into whiskey or alcohol, of course. William Grant, 1898. First started producing the whiskey, and it's still made in Girvan in Scotland, so out of their distillery there. You know, a million litres, 100,000 litres, it's nothing. This is going out at a tremendous rate. There's 25 single malt whiskies in here, along with a considerable amount of grain whiskies. It is sort of known as a grain whiskey. Bottled at 40%, as I said, and my little sample bottle. It is distilled in a vacuum and aged in oak to give it that sort of, they say, delicateness and sweetness. So to me, it's a lower priced, cheerful, happy sort of whiskey that you wouldn't necessarily drink straight. Possibly with water, soda, whatever takes your fancy, but it's probably not a purist's, you know, certainly not a single malt. So amber in colour, fairly standard. They don't seem to use a lot of colouring in here because it is quite light, and perhaps playing along the same lines as the delicate take. So on the nose, let's have a sniff. It's clean and fresh, and you've definitely got a bit of fruitiness. Bit of summer fruitiness going in here. Poured this out just a little bit earlier. It's actually a very pleasant nose, I'd say. Clean, fresh, fruity. And you know, to be fair, for a, I guess, cheap, cheerful whiskey, blended whiskey that you buy off the shelf everywhere, it really isn't that bad. I quite like it. There's a sweetness, there's vanilla, and there's a little bit of malt coming through there in the palate. I wouldn't put water into that. From a tasting perspective, I think if you were going to drink it, you might drink it with ice or water or something. Myself, even Diet Coke or something like that might be the go with this. So yeah, it's not bad at all. It's slightly better than I would have thought. It's better than I expected. It is the entry range into the Grant's range. I mean, they have 25-year-old whiskies in the range. On the finish, we've really got, you know, it's surprisingly long-lasting on the finish as well. It's sweet. You can taste the malt, and it does stay around. So, all in all, I think we're looking at an 83 out of 100, which for a blended whiskey is actually pretty good. Most of my scoring, as you know, is between sort of 80 and the very high 80s, nothing over 90 yet, so we're still waiting, folks, we're still waiting. Subscribe to the channel, and in review number 47 we are going to look at some 18-year-old single malt by Oban, so looking forward to that, and that'll be in around about a week's time. In the meantime, be safe, drink safe, quality over quantity every time. Cheers.